Hello there everybody, and welcome to our Ashes of Ariandel walkthrough for Dark Souls 3. Before we get into this, let's take a look at the build. This build is a little bit high level than maybe some people would like. I don't know what everyone else's preferences is, but I like to play around level 150, and that is where we are at. So as you can see, we've got all of our stats down here. Vigor at 27, that's where the kind of, for me anyway, the soft cap of vigor is. It's where you kind of start getting less gains from it, so it stops at 27. 1000 base health is pretty cool for me anyway. We've got achievement of 30, endurance 30, vitality 15, and obviously the rest of the stats. The ones obviously of note here, we've got dexterity of 45 and intelligence of 60. Couple of reasons for this. This is kind of meant to be a caster build. We are going to be switching around with pyromancies as we go through the DLC, because being everything's made of ice, a lot of the stuff in there does not like fire, so we're definitely going to be playing around with some of that. Gear wise, we're rocking a plus 10 crystal luge katana. Not the most overpowered thing we could be using, but I just like the weapon. Sorcerer staff, grass shield for the I forget now, the stamina regeneration. We could probably get away with putting the candlestick on as well, if we want to switch in for some extra damage from the spells. If you wish to, we can do that. We've then also got obviously Crown of Dusk. The buff from this actually affects the damage of the crystal luge katana as well as your spells, which I didn't realise, so I just thought I'd point that out. We've got the Outrider armor, Pontiff gauntlets, and then Outrider legs because I like it. Down here, Slumber Dragon Crest ring, because this will make us move a bit quieter. This will become more apparent as we're going through the DLC. Ring of Steel protection, because I like to have the extra defense, particularly when we're trying to get through some of the areas quite expediently. We may do a couple of suicide runs and stuff. This will just help us last a bit longer. Bellow Dragon Crest ring. This one's probably going to get switched around a lot depending on the situation. And then Ring of Favour, because the extra stamina we get from that is going to be highly useful. Obviously, full assist flasks at plus 10. So first thing you're going to want to do is head on over to the Cleansing Chapel in Cathedral of the Deep. Now, I've literally just tried to record this once already, but I had a bit of a power cut. I say a bit of, everything just cut out on me. So hopefully we'll still get the guy's dialogue when we get there, but I don't know if we're going to or not. So let's head in. This is how we get to the DLC. So worth noting that you can actually get to this very early on in the game. As far as I'm aware, the first time you get here, it will be accessible.
Merciful Goddess, Mother of the forlorn, who have no place to call their own, please bear witness to our resolve. Fire for Ariandel. Fire for Ariandel. And the ash to kindle flame.
So I'm going to let all the dialogue play. It may mean the walkthrough takes a little bit longer, but just so that you guys can hear it.
Wait, you've the same scent as that woman. Then you must be an Ashen One. You must be. Oh, you don't know how long I've searched. Oh, don't mind me. Didn't mean to fall apart. Now, Ashen One, I have a kindness to ask of you. My lady lives in the cold land of Ariandel. I need you to show her flame. A proper flame that will burn the rot away. If you truly are ash, then it must be fire that you seek. Ah, thank you. They of ash never fail. Just a moment, then. The painting of Ariandel. Well, rotted scrap of it, that is. Go on. Take it. Touch ashes were too.
Welcome to Ariandel. The snowy wasteland. Right, let's get some. Hopefully this is all recording properly. I haven't got the usual visual signs that I expect. Things are updating and things are changing. Let's get the light going properly. Now before we head on out, a couple of things behind us. Now have you talk to this dude?
Have you just arrived? How very unusual. Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend. For this is a true haven of the forlorn, the cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon. Yes, of course. You're no exception. We've all seen terrible things. But you're safe now. Let it ease your burden. Ariandel will make a fine home for you. So, go on ahead. Find one for yourself. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon. Quick, go along.
Right, cool. That's all he says for now. Don't know what changes. Obviously, at the end, we are going to go around and make sure we kill all the NPCs, because that's what we do in Dark Souls. Checkpoint number 1. Okay, it's times like these that this becomes useful. Now, as we're going around here, I'm going to have to try and keep this up and on the go. On the right here, and the left, look, you can see that we've got 2 examples of the kinds of trees we're going to be encountering. So this one kind of fires little embers at you, that's the best I can say, and then this one kind of like would breathe ice. Do be careful, they can interminably come to life. Oh, we need to try and keep this going. Enemies will aggro from quite far away, as you can see. Didn't think he'd be able to see me from that far. So he keeps going. So, as I was saying, I may switch to the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. Just while we're exploring this top part anyway. Right, let's do this again. I'm going to try and get the backstab on this guy. We should essentially be silent. Just while we're exploring. We've got to fly over this way, I think. Yeah, here we go. Nothing too aggressive about these guys. Poison gem. But yeah, doing this makes this area, well, at least definitely this upper area, a little bit simpler, because these will come to life and start trying to bomb you with stuff. And one of the things you'll find with this area is there are a lot of enemies. Which you'll see in a second. Obviously we've got 2 up here together. These may actually aggro on us, because I think they do actually see when you kill people. Let's get you. We're going to leave that item for a second. When we go over there, that snow is all going to drop down. Whoa. Here we go. Tons of them, look, as I was saying. That ran out at a very inopportune time there. Let's see if we can get them to reset. Because I think after a while, this should make them de-aggro in theory. There we go. So we're just going to use our almost invisibility to our advantage here. Because trying to deal with all of these at the same time is difficult. But obviously the point of the Sorcerer walkthrough is to make it less difficult. I have you now. Guy with the shield, you're probably going to be the most trouble, so let's try and take you out. Let's get everyone over here. Stealth souls engaged. Let's take you down. So got one more left. Not really very much to pick up here, as you can see, other than the poison gem. Where's the last one? Don't really need to kill these. You don't, and as I was saying before, although these are pretty tough enemies, we aren't getting very many souls. So like I was saying earlier, this is kind of aimed at like as being a mid-game DLC. But I would highly recommend coming here after you've virtually completed the game, which is the stage that this character's at. Right, so as we go out here to collect this is all going to fall down. Probably should have mentioned that moss before we came in here as well. Now we're going to want to try and retain invisibility during here as well, as there are some wolves here which are similar enemies to dogs. They're not quite as frustrating on their own, but they do have the ability to continually summon more and more wolves. So you want to try and, like, if you are going to kill one, kill it before it can howl, otherwise it's going to draw loads to you. So be careful. I don't know if these are going to activate on us while we're invisible, but do be careful. This is where Soul Greatsword is going to come in handy. Oh, these guys can still aggro on us even though they're invisible. There we go. So you've got to be careful with the Javelin guys at the back. Ouch. They do an absolute ton of damage. So that looked like quite a scripted target in there. I don't think we can stealth our way around that. But Uchi-Katana's fine. And I think this should be the first weapon of the DLC area. Yeah, so we've got Follow Javelin, and that takes us back to the plateau that we were on before. So that's kind of like the way back up. Anyway, back to stealth mode. And grab this on the way down. Follow our armor, so they will drop the full set if you wish to farm it. I probably will end up doing that before I finish with this character. Next up, we're going to be going over this way. Now, probably is a good idea to deal with a few of the wolves in the area, because we are going to have a pretty tough encounter with the big dog up there. Look, and this is where pyromancy would be coming in handy. Because if I remember right, he is just going to aggro on us. Now you haven't got to do that much damage to him. Ooh. He will flee. So we want to try and go in a direction where we know there's no wolves to interfere with this fight. Ouch. Mean doggy. There we go. So it's not really a full fight, not yet anyway. He's kind of one half of a boss battle we're going to be dealing with later on. So again, onward with the invisibility. Now, if you are desperate, there is a bonfire up in the top left corner. But we are going to get to that bonfire via this route anyway. There are some rather frustrating enemies around here. Or at least, not necessarily the enemies, but there's a frustrating situation. But I found a way to cheese it, as always. So if you do want to do that, what you can in fact do, instead of going invisible, I may demonstrate it later actually, but instead of going invisible, you can just sprint through this entire area, try and draw as many enemies as you can, go inside the tower. Once you get to the top, there's a little drop down that the enemies can't take, and you can basically just cheese them from inside the tower, because they'll all chase you in there and you can just bomb them with spells. I'm going to go and grab this. I think that means we're getting shot at. Again, I'm not liking all of this auto aggroing when I'm invisible, because there are two archers in that tower that will fire stuff at us. So we've got some Homeward Bones. Not really worth it. I mean, again, this is mid game accessible, but Homeward Bones not really worth it for us with the coil. Let's take another dose of invisibility here. I may still draw some of these in there just to deal with them, so we can get around the rest of the area, because we are going to have to deal with the wolf again in a second. We'll go in there in a sec as well. That's path progression. First one to go around this way. try and keep it regular. I don't know what the actual timing is on how many seconds it precisely is when you cast it, and I'm not very good at counting it anyway. Down this way. We should get, I think it's the milkwood bow or the millwood bow. I think this guy's just going to aggro on us anyway as soon as we grab it. Yeah. So we're going to back off. Quite funny that the dog's aggroed but he didn't. Let's get out of here. This is going to be a demonstration as to how we cheese these guys. Get out. There we go, they're all going to be coming in. Right, let's pop some of this. Not too bothered about collecting any items just yet, but you're free to. But essentially, we want to try and get up these stairs. It seems we have stopped the usual guy that would come down the stairs from getting to us. Straight up the ladder. And basically we can drop down onto those broken steps. Anybody that comes up, we can cheese them from there. But for now, we're going to deal with the tower. Let's get up here. Again, I'm loving this silence. I wonder if we can backstab him straight off the side. That would be great. Yes! Boom! Out you go. I was going to say, did that not kill him? That should be an auto death. There is Crystal Lizard on here. I'm not too fussed on Crystal Lizards right now. I've got plenty of Twinkling Titanite. But if you need it, feel free to kill it. Obviously, feel free to Great Soul Arrow it. Like so. That's him dealt with. I didn't realise how much easier the invisibility would make this area, because he just hasn't aggroed on us at all. So he's going to meet the same fate as his friend, I think. Out you go. Whoa. Although it's not killed him. Right, and so to finish off the tower, for now anyway. Go this way. I'm surprised the wolves didn't come in. Okay, I'm loving this silent movement. We're doing pretty cool with it, yeah. This is going a lot smoother than my first playthrough of the area as well. Right, so if I remember rightly, I've got this bit out here. Let's top up our focus points. Getting a little bit low, but not to worry, it's not that far until we get to the bonfire. It's literally just up that hill over there. I'm going to grab this. Captain's Ashes. And then we're going to walk back across. I'm going to get off on this bit. If I don't die. Mill battle axe. And then you can drop onto here. And as I was saying, if you didn't kill that guy earlier and you've got this room full of enemies, which is what happened to me on the stream, you can basically just cheese them from here. So that makes things pretty cool. We've also got this drop down as well. Again, if they're on the second level and they haven't come all the way up, you've got this one. And then when you're done with it, you can just come on off here. Alright, we are going to need to deal with the enemies though, because we are going to have to deal with the giant wolf again for a second time. It only happens twice. Come on, you. So all of the local enemies, we do need them to die. Uchi-Katana doing its job nicely there. Let's grab that. Standard Titan shot. It's not even a large one. That's just not pleasant. Right, so the main one that's going to cause issue if we don't deal with it is going to be you. Oh, and of course the dude that we... Is that all the damage you took from that backstab? Wow, okay. Come on then. Careful that move. The run will stagger you. I don't think it damages you though. But it would knock you out of your attack animations if you're trying to use any. But I'm all too happy to cheese enemies in this area, as always. Sorcerer's right, that's what I say. Down you go, boy. Top man. So what's that, 20 minutes? Okay. So should be plenty of time for us to reach the bonfire, which is cool. There are quite a few enemies here. Now the guys with the big maces, they're not too bad to deal with spells. We've got an item behind that dude. Let's go and get that as well. Might as well. Let's do a... Let's try and do a speed kill here. What? Why did it unlock? Stop doing that. That's one down. So I'm a little bit worried about this dude here trying to join in on the fight with the giant wolf. So we are going to need to take him down. Him and his wolf. Alright, come on you guys, you can follow me in here. Come on, doggy. Oh, not even got the shield out. You could have had me there, dog. You could have had me there, dog. You gonna come up? You gonna come up the stairs? Oh, it came. I was gonna try and get a drop attack on him. Very susceptible to backstabs. Oh, I didn't get the drop attack. That's such a shame. I'm gonna die now. Whoa. How I survived that, I don't know. Get out of the way. I should have died there. Somehow I didn't. They do have an ungodly amount of health. Kind of frustrated I didn't get the drop attack off on him though. There we go. Shoot down. Now then, dealing with the big wolf shouldn't be too much of an issue now. So essentially what happens is, as we're going up here, Big Wolf is going to come back again with a few little sidekicks. One of which is hovering in the sky. I never realised it before. Whoa! So, back to the tower. Let's get him. You. So do be careful. Big Wolf struggles with getting through the door usually, but he will get through it, so you do need to be mindful of what you're doing. We're going to take out the little guys first, because they're essentially what make him difficult to deal with. Come on. Well, if you're going to wait there. Whoa. That was some good timing from Mr. Big Guy. Right, let's get a healer. Oh, he's come straight in. Okay. These wolves can just get wherever they like. Apparently they can just stand on thin air too. These are like magic wolves. And now we have Big Wolf. But as far as I'm aware, can't actually get up the stairs. So we are just going to cheese this dude out. Come on. There we go, down he goes. Again, you see, don't let that big massive health bar fool you. You haven't actually got to do much damage to him. Where's that item? There was an item over here, wasn't there? Let's go and grab this. And that gets us to the next area, essentially. Things have gone much smoother than I expected them to. because this area was a nightmare with my other character. But we're going to go through this way. Now, just so that you guys know, this guy started out as I think it was the knight. So why is it a little sudden look? I decided I'd start with the knight because to use the weapon I want to use, I needed 12 faith anyway, and so this has the least wastage in terms of stat spread. So yeah, it's been serving pretty well. Really enjoying it. The best thing as well, I can respec this into almost any kind of character type I like. So I'm going to be backing this save file up and reloading it. Right then, so I've just done the drop down just here. And if you had come up the top uphill corner that I pointed out earlier towards the bonfire, that would bring you down this path just here. And then you go over this. You've got two entrances to the same bonfire. There's no real reason to take either over the other. But you drop down here. Or come through the cave at the end. This is our first checkpoint. This game has quite a few of them. I'm going to do a couple more things before we end the video because it hasn't been that long. Like, I want to try and keep them to the 40-minute mark if I can. And I think we're about 25 to 30 minutes. I should have paid more attention to the time that I started recording at, but I'd rather it be a little bit too long than a little bit too short. So let's do the last couple of bits around here. So first up, we're going to head on back this way. Get your invisibility ready because again, we've got these trees everywhere. And they're not that bad. It's when there's loads of them and you're trying to deal with enemies that it becomes an issue. So we've got the black firebomb. We've got spell over here, which is the main reason for coming this way. These guys aren't too bad. Again, like, kill them if you want. There's no real reason to care. They don't drop anything particularly good. Oh, but now we get attacked by the tree. And you're seeing kind of the issues that you can have with them. Oh, they've officially aggroed on us now. I don't think there's anything over the top of the hill. We're going to have a look. No, that's it. And as you can see, an absolute ton of wolves. This is where a lot of the ones that get summoned come from. And I've just aggroed them all because something like that. Healing body's not lasting long enough. But they're not going to aggro on me for long, so let's go. Obviously we've already got the bonfire, so dying doesn't really matter too much. Though I would prefer not to lose all the souls, because I do want to use them to buy some armor sets. There we go. Hidden body, proving its worth. Pretty good actually. I never used it on my main sorcerer playthrough, but it does make things a lot simpler. So just to make sure that nothing follows us, reset this. And then we're going to head on over for some dialogue. So a couple of things to note here. Most obviously we've got the bridge. Not quite as obviously we've got the ladder. Now, as far as I can tell, because obviously not only do I have my own experience, there's tons of this stuff on the internet now, so whether you guys watch this or not, who knows. Be great if you do though. Down this way, I think is meant to be the way that you go, but it's not the way we're going to be going. So we're going to go over this way. And as we come across, you can see all of the branches and stuff hanging out the sides down there. There's not really much kind of visual clues other than that you can see platforms. I feel like there could have been an item down there that we could see, and that would tell us that we could get down there, but not very many clues. We're going to have some Corvian dudes up over here. They're not aggressive, they don't attack you. I don't think they even attack if you attack them. Not really. Oh, they do, okay. So yeah, you can start a fight with them. No real need. I think we've got an upgrade gem around the corner. Hollow gem. And then we can talk to this guy.
Well, well. You're Lady Uria's Lord of Hollows. No bell tolls. And yet, you've slipped into the painting. Oh, no matter. If you've lost your way, the words of Lady Frida will guide you. Now, go on inside, show respect, and listen carefully. What's keeping you? Go on, right inside. Show respect, and let Lady Frida speak to you. What's keeping you?
Cool. It's a pretty cool guy. We got a really nice weapon off him right here. get another bonfire so soon. It's going like this. Ladder in the back corner. Didn't see this on my first time through either, so I'll be pointing that out in a second.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed Father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not, Lord of Hollows. I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee? The bonfire here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless. Ah yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. A remembrance of this cold world for the great Lord of Londor. May it help thee bear thy duty. Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world, and that alone is cause to rejoice. Now,
Cool, that's heard them. I mean, you guys that are good at kind of picking the story out, feel free to see what all this kind of stuff means. I'm not that great with it. I've never really tried though. Maybe something I'll have a go at. I thought we had an NPC up here. Apparently not. Okay. So yeah, nobody up here at the moment. This should become a little bit more apparent later on. And then, what we're going to do is, much like the bridge in Catacombs of Carthus, I'm going to cut this down. Come on, fall. So with that, that is going to be end of this episode. Next episode we're going to be going down the ladder, dealing with getting down there. We're going to deal with the other side of the cliff as well, and then deal with the boss. That should be a similar length to this one. I should make for a decent video. I don't know how long we've been going for. I'm assuming it's going to be around half an hour, so a little bit shorter than I'd intended, mainly because we got through everything pretty quickly. And yeah, we're going to be dealing with the area below us. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Please let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.